Welcome back. Thom Hartmann here with you. And John Nichols, the Washington correspondent for The Nation, is on the line here. And hey, John, welcome to the program.
Tom, it's always great to be with you.
Had an interesting experience here about 10 minutes ago. Our internet went down and our phones went down. We're with Comcast. And in this building, there's no option. In most of Washington, D.C., there are only a few options. And now we can talk about the monopoly side of this, but then there's this net neutrality speed thing. I'm just saying to people, it's fine to contact the FCC. In fact, they have a telephone number, 888-225-5322. And, of course, you can call your members of Congress at 202-224-3121. But I think if this president has any courage at all, he will call up Mr. Wheeler and maybe Mr. Clyburn and Miss Rosenworcel and Mr. Pye and Mr. O'Reilly and say, you guys get with the program. I campaigned on this. You guys get with the program or find a new job starting tomorrow morning.
You know, I think, Tom, that your point is very well taken. In the piece that I wrote for The Nation today on Tom Wheeler, FCC chairman's proposal to essentially kill net neutrality. And it's very important to understand what he's doing. The Guardian, which is the most digitally savvy newspaper in the world, in their headline today referred to what Tom Wheeler is proposing as axe murder of net neutrality, literally to just take it apart, and to do so by ending the whole concept of free speech on the Internet, ending the whole concept that every communication is treated equally, creating a situation where wealthy interests, powerful interests, corporate and political, can buy a fast lane, whereas citizens, grassroots activists, they all have to live on a dirt road as regards the Internet. Wheeler's proposal to do that is exactly the opposite of what Barack Obama campaigned for as a presidential candidate, but most importantly, Tom, it's exactly the opposite of what Barack Obama said in January of this year when he was talking about Tom Wheeler, and he said, I know my appointee to the FCC is committed to preserving net neutrality.
So why doesn't he fire his ass?
Well, it's a harder game than that. Wheeler is appointed, and he is approved by the Congress. And the painful thing of this, Tom...
But the president can fire him.
Yes, I understand what you're saying. I am also explaining one of the awful realities of politics, and you do this better than anybody on your show, that there are sub-realities of politics, and that is the FCC, while you're supposed to have appointments to it, is actually a bargain between the Democratic and Republican.
So if he fires him now, all of a sudden you've got a 50-50 split, and the Republicans come in and they refuse to approve a new appointee, and things get even worse.
And it's always a deal-making. It's not just the president, it's also the leaders in the Senate recommend. It's a terrible game.
So Tom Wheeler just made a decision that's going to guarantee him a $3 million a year job when he leaves, and we all get, all I got is this lousy T-shirt, right?
Tom, it's worse than that. He doesn't need the $3 million job. This was Barack Obama. This is the thing that some of us worried about, including Bernie Sanders. When Barack Obama proposed Tom Wheeler for this job, Tom, what did Tom Wheeler do before?
That's right. He was a lobbyist for the telecom companies.
Yeah, for cable and Internet companies.
Yeah.
And what he has created, what he is proposing here, despite what he says, he is claiming publicly, in fact, he pushed back. He actually sent a memo out late last night pushing back on the suggestion that he wants to take apart net neutrality. And this is the most Orwellian thing of all. He's saying, no, we're preserving all the protections. Content will be treated equally. We're going to regulate and oversee, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But it's a totally Orwellian construct because at the same time, he is saying, but we are going to allow Internet providers to charge wealthy interests, powerful interests, corporations, and political entities to get on a fast lane. And the way to understand that, Tom, is a very, very simple deal. Let's say that you are extremely interested as a citizen in learning more about what Walmart does and how it treats its employees. If you go online and you Google Walmart Watch. If you Google something related to Walmart, there's a group called Walmart Watch. There are grassroots groups that try to track what Walmart does. If they don't have the money, trying to get their information may be, very slow, very delayed. At the very least, it's just the, kind of the standard way. But boy, if you go on trying to get to Walmart because they've paid, they get to you instantly.
Well, not only that, the search engines use speed of response of servers as part of the criteria in their algorithms for where you show up in the search rankings.
Totally right. And here's where it gets the worst, Tom. As much as you and I may be concerned about corporate power and what corporations do and how they communicate, our deepest concern in a democracy ought to be about the ability of candidates for public office and political groupings, activist groupings, to communicate. And if you create a situation where the Koch brothers can buy the fastest delivery of political messages, and grassroots activists in small towns who may be battling the Koch brothers, we now know they're going into rural races in states like my home state of Wisconsin. Those small-town activists, they don't have the millions to pay for fast delivery of information. So when you Google your county and Koch brothers, because you want to find out what the Koch brothers are doing in your county, the Koch brothers information gets to you instantly, rapid downloads, as much information as you could possibly look at, but the grassroots challenge to it comes on that dirt road.
Incredible. So what's your call for action?
Well, it's similar to yours. Look, we have a Save the Internet coalition in this country. It's a coalition of dozens of groups, civil rights groups, media reform groups that you've worked with over the years.
Are you talking about over at freepress.net?
Yes, at Free Press, I want to, full disclosure, I'm a co-founder of Free Press, so people should know that I'm sympathetic to it. But the Save the Internet coalition is much broader than Free Press. It has brought in on these issues Common Cause and the ACLU.
Is there a central website?
Yes, Save the Internet. Just Google Save the Internet. You're going to get it right up at the top, and at least for as long as we can make it.
Presumably it's savetheinternet.org, right?
Yeah, and people should go there.
Check it out. Hang on just a second, Tom.
You're listening to the Thom Hartmann Program. Call 866-987-THOM.
John Nichols. You can read his writings over at thenation.com. John, thank you for another brilliant presentation. Thank you.
And Tom, thanks for being on this issue. It's important.